So why will you go and sign in the contract too that you are my shorty? You sign even my shorty too. Look at the agreement here now. I'm with it here. Look at it here. Look at it. Me, I don't even know what is agreement back then now. I don't even know what is this. He just brought the last page of this thing. Sign here, collect the thing, left. It was later that a lawyer was interpreting it in perpetuity, forever and ever. Meaning I can't, in this said album, do anything in the market with that album. Then the Zaminamina was the last track. The song was a chain song. I did a chain song. The song that started was Kokoroko onemem Kokoroko Kokoroko on etisi humnanya karya etua msiche ezi baba onemem mudobi Kokoroko. The marketer loved the song. Took it, say bring the data, let's get to the studio and master it without fear, because I trust people much. So they collected the data, went to the studio. I don't know the studio, they have to master it. They now called me, we want to bring this Zaminamina to the front so that it will be the name that we will sell the album with. I said okay, with all pleasure. You are in the market, you know what seems good for the market, but I never want to sell my album. He told me then, sell this album 100,000. I said no. It was hard for him to say it, but when he said it, I said no, that's a no-go area. He asked me, what am I going to give to him after all this labor, getting me a marketer that helped me? I said okay, in this said album, because I'm smart too, take 30%. Anything that comes up, you are going to take 30%. When you take your 30%, you can go. If I need your assistant tomorrow, maybe to direct the music for me, I can call you up. We're not team, because you don't know how we all started. The music was selling, I was nothing. I went to the marketer, sir, please, I'm dying, there's nothing for me. Say he doesn't know me, it's this guy he knows. I was crying. Songs was everywhere, trending, raining everywhere. Every music shut down, it was Zaminamina everywhere. And one of the things that pains me most was the interview I did. They removed it. They don't want anybody to spot me, the brain behind this work. After the volume 3, my father died. When my father was sick, there was no money because there's nothing to lay hold on. I struggled, but we couldn't do anything, because if there's money, take him to a good hospital. At least he will be alive to see that boy is not alive. I saw him die. He died, and I don't have anything nobody to run to, nobody to beckon on. My name is Dunamis Chisomobiefuna. Some they call me Mr. Dunamis. Some call me the king of the kids. Back then I deal with the children. It all started when I was a little kid growing up. I have passion for music, creativity. So I create things on my own, use carton, build small houses, try to, get out some creativity. Most times in the market, my father is a teller, back then, those tellers. So they call me son of the teller man, I'm a teller. Hey, so back then. So I used to see people that comes to the market, they sing, maybe they came with their album. So one man came back then, so he came with his musical equipment. So after singing, he said he produces song. Back then, early 2000s, say he produces songs. So if you have songs like you want to record, so I was like, this passion in me. As of JS, I started writing songs. So, but the opportunity to exhibit what I have on the inside, I couldn't have access to it. Son of the teller man, nobody to help. So the thing was locked on the inside. So growing up, my childhood wasn't that palatable because there was no money, to catch up with my dreams and visions. I used to tell my mother, I am great. My name is Chisom. Chisom means God is with me. I am great. There's something inside. I used to tell her, I am seeing something. I am seeing a big audience. I'm in the center. They are spectating, watching. I don't know what it is. But then she never knew. Destiny was calling this guy. And based on the kind of certain religious set I came from, we were not given the opportunities to bring out what is on our inside, from the religious set. When I went into music, my father was like, I'm going to disown you. Which one is music? Because nobody in my family is into art and craft and all. It's only me. So my father was like, when I went for auditions, because I later have to venture into hip-hop music with my guys in the street back then. So as of 2009, I went for an audition in Asaba, New Dawn Production. So that was the name of the brand that did the audition. So from there, I started seeing new things. They have to inculcate so many things in us in that audition. So that bettered some of the things I'm seeing now. The things they told, I still remember everything. I still see that picture. They were telling us, you have to see that, you have to bring out your best, create, think out something better. So as a little boy then, there was no guide. There was no guide then. So seeing that my father...
Sorry, you grew up in a religious background.
Yes.
And as a result of them not paying attention
yes.
to your music career,
yeah.
then it now pushed you into hip-hop.
Yes. So where I could meet guys that, maybe peradventure help could come. So we were doing those things. One of my uncles saw me with them. He said to me, you don't belong here. You don't belong here. I didn't quite understand what he was saying. In the process of time, I started understanding what he really meant. That's why I don't conclude on teenagers or young people when they are doing some of the things they are doing now. Time will tell. Like my wife will tell me, just leave it. Time will tell. Because when that one comes to his right senses, he started readjusting. There's this thing in me I needed a guide, a counselor, somebody that will, be taking me from different stage of life to the other. So that was where my father felt in his nurturing. Most of our fathers back then, they think they are too religious, but they will, because of their religiosity, shove off their God-given talent inside of their children, and they'll start looking for it elsewhere. They wouldn't want to come up to tell you, look at what I'm saying, look at my... So because of that child may even be prone to endangering himself and his future, and that destiny is cut short. But thank God, God helped me. There's this thing in me with you don't belong here. I still remember it. One day I met a group of people singing in the studio. I used to put on my earrings then. Back then, you go to clubs, go to places, we do our thing. So until one day I entered the studio, I saw some group of people, young people singing. They were singing Suya, 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 so. I loved that melody. That caught my attention. I just stood by, enjoying that atmosphere. I called the studio guy, Chudi King, one of my friends then. He's still my friend now. And he told me, you want to join them? I said, I love this group. I want to join them. I love this. Because from a religious set, we don't sing such songs. There's this kind of song we sing then that most time it doesn't stir us up. The thing inside of you will be calling, but there's nothing to stir you up. I said, I want to join these people. He said, look at their leader. I told him, I love this group. I want to join you people. He said, we are the ASM, Anglican Student Movement. I said, can I join? I'm from another church, but I would want to join these young people that are vibing for God. They welcomed me. I started coming for rehearsals, practice and set apart and prayers. We go to Crowder Retreat Center. We go to so many places. But love, I was seeing love. We were united. We were doing things. In the process of time, I told my guys, please, those guys in the hip-hop setting, I told them, please, I'm not having this urge again to do this with you people. Please, can you go? Let me just day my day. That's how I ended up people. I gave out the songs. I just take. I don't want again. There was a time I went for rehearsals. My father would kneel down. I knelt down because I had to disobey him to go for rehearsals in one Anglican church like that with my cousin that plays keyboard. So I go back kneel down, and gave me a little punishment. I was I was crying. You don't understand me now. You would have helped me. So that thing alone made me went inside my shelf. I love him. He's a good man. He was trying to, because he knew that most guys in this music, in these things, their life is not the kind of life he wanted his son to. When I was with the ASM group people, we were doing our things, going for programs, from programs to programs. Then this urge started coming. Let me build a world with the children. The music that was trending then was Destiny Kids. Since there was nobody to train me in university, because I finished secondary school 2009. I took JAM, passed in Unizik, but there was no money to go further. One of my uncles then said, if anybody wanted to go to school, he would, help. I was like, wow. I rushed to him, sir, look at who I want to. a date, he doesn't pick my calls. He doesn't online, he doesn't, receive my chats. So that when he said that I was happy, somebody would help. So I just dropped that one. Got my sketchboard. Started joining my friends, in the streets, draw to get small money now in the streets. Seeing that there was no help again now. Now, I would want you to just put on my shoes now. Travel back. Just let's travel back to memory lane in this my shoe. Just wait and feel what I felt. The pain, the everything. You wake up in the morning and say, oh boy, there was no hope. You feel like, is this how we're gonna end up? Barely eat 3 times in a day. We don't go for Christmas because there was no money to travel. You see such a scenario and you know that you are the light of the family. You want to stop it. When the urge to do the song came, it was my younger brother said, since you dropped the hip hop, my younger brother called me. Since you dropped the hip hop, I think you have something with the kids. Can you? Me, I'm very, very open to receive information anywhere, anyhow. He said, and I listened. I said, okay. Every night I'm awake, cracking my brain. How do I, surf for information, get songs, read hymns. So I started writing. The song I wrote first was, Father in heaven, we adore your name for the things you have done. If you get to the song, you will see this. If you get to the albums, you will see the songs. You am I, then Narekele. So it was the Zaminamina. That was the last track. Then me and my younger brother, we were saving money. Small, so that we could be selling CDs, plates in the streets so that people come buy in our shop. When we save small, when it's coming up, we'll eat it. And this is not what we're going to continue doing. So my younger brother told me, if you're able to get songs, I have a friend that lives in Oboko. His father is a landlord. Me hearing that landlord, I say, okay, that's help. He will help us do the recordings and do the video. That was back in 2010. Me and him, we went there, we agreed. He said that I'm going to do everything. I was happy. So after leaving this side, I'm here and help woke up. So I did the right things, but there was no kids to do the song. Being in Anglican setting now, because I had to join the Anglican back then in Atuguaba. So I called up one lady in my house then, Kosarachi. I said, Kosara, this is my vision. Can you help out? Let's gather kids and do this. She said, okay, no wahala. She brought me to the ACM, picked some kids that she could access. Then we started rehearsal. We were like about 11 to 12 of them. They just gathered in the center. So we're like, they will just watch and move out. So just watch and move out. And we'll be rehearsing. Day in, day out, weekends, day in, day out. So most times it was most like in their holiday period. So they will now come in the afternoon after going for lessons. Then they will come. Then now they will come here, uncle. Is it one day that, like they used to say, is it one day we are here? This morning I watched some of the videos. I started crying. You know why I cried? Because when I used to see these kids, there was a big dream I had. I told them, this thing you are seeing we are doing now, it won't end there. We're going to network the world. We're going to globally. I told them, don't worry, help will come. When that guy that promised to help us couldn't surface again, I don't know how to tell them again. I now had to hide it. Uncle, brother, what about this song? Now, when are we going to record it? I said, don't worry. One of a friend that was with us then, that used to, partner with us, Ephraim, we had to do one or two things that Christmas 2010. We had to buy bonds and all the things. We had to get together to give them hope for the next year, 2011. But there was no hope. 2011 came. I have to struggle, hustle to get money to do the recordings myself and the studio at Dizzy Beat Records, Bosco Studio. So we recorded it. In the process of the recording song, I met a guy, Kana Yume. Somebody told me of a director that is living in our neighborhood at Tuguaba. So I was like, wow, I need to see this guy. They told me he's been in the industry for years. He's a big guy, very tall, very huge, taller than you, huger, as tall as you and huger than you. So me, I was very tiny now. If you see me back then in this picture, no BS, everything, I was very tiny. So when I see him, I was like, wow, this is, I think he's good to go. I showed him the songs. He listened to the songs, say, wow, this is wonderful. Then the Zaminamina was the last track. The way we did it, it was the last track. It was at the end of that chain. That the song was a chain song. I did a chain song. Each track is like 2.5 minutes or 1 point something minutes. So all of them
is connected.
It was a chain, yes. But the Zaminamina was the last track in that first track, that chain. You understand? So the Zamina was the song that started was Kokoroko onemem Kokoroko. Kokoroko on etisi humnanya karya etua msiche ezi baba onemem unobi Kokoroko. So now when this guy gave it to the marketer loved the song. He said, but there is something about this Zamina, because wanted to create want to bring the school thing into it, though it's a gospel song, but we look out for a niche kind of what can draw the audience, the kids. What can they be familiar with? You understand? So I said, Zamina, I checked what is the meaning of Zamina. I had to, okay, in as much as it's not our language, let's bring the school thing into it. Kids dance.
Okay, but it's a language.
Yes, it's not our language.
Like what's the language is?
I think it's all these Congolese songs then. There was one guy that sang Zamina when we were growing up. So I remember that because we growing up saw that guy. We don't even understand what he was saying. We were dancing. Me, I can't just tell you this is the real meaning. So I had to import our own as an Igbo guy and as a Nigerian. So let the children dance with it.
But what's
this
the
time for
content
children?
Of the song?
The content is talking about school. Come on, my friends in school. Come on, my friends at home. Come now, let us celebrate. This time for children.
Okay.
So that anytime, so our main notion was, let's do it. Every graduation, every scene where children are in school, in parties, let them dance this. You understand? The reigning song back then was Destiny Keys, Joy, 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 in my heart is ringing. And after which there was this song, Mama Anota Oyoyo. They were the trending songs then. Then after which, the last one that was trending that I loved much back then was Go Nu Banana, Ewo Obokam CJ. That one, that song we trended. So we decided to, okay, let's change another scenario for kids. So we brought this one. Let's bring the school system here. If you looked at the song, if you've watched the song, or if you see that the video concept was too superb. If you watched the song where they setting everything, so it was evergreen. This morning I watched it, I was crying. Look at the future these kids who would have gotten there. We painted a good picture, but they messed up. It's not all of them. In the process of time, as me and the guy was talking, he said he's gonna bring a marketer. The marketer loved the song. Took it, say bring the data. Let's get to the studio and master it. Without fear, because I trust people much. So they collected the data, went to the studio. I don't know the studio. They have to master it so that it will be more sharper. Then they now called me. We want to bring this Zaminamina to the front so that it will be the name that we will sell the album with. I said, okay, with all pleasure. You are in the market. You know what seems good for the market. So they have to carry the last track, put it in the front, then merge it together. So that after Zaminamina, Kokoroko now enters. Kokoroko Nememko, so the same progression. So that was how we did it. After I waited, I told the guy, now this thing is done now. It has now been remastered. I want to see the market. How do we meet? The guy, he told me that first he started brainwashing me. As a novice, I never knew anything. I am a novice. You now being in this level now, me in your podcast. I'm still, I don't even know anything in podcast business or work. So you are more learned than me. You can teach me the system. Then me coming to you, anything you tell me, I will agree, I will trust. That's what I suffered. He now started brainwashing me. Don't worry, marketer says when we shoot, we are putting things in place. He started telling me, we're going to spend this, we're going to shoot in Grand Hotel, we're going to do this and that. And I was like, wow, so that dream, that thing that I've been looking for, so we're going to do it. Whoa, I rushed back to my mother. Look at you, that thing is coming out to daddy, papa, look at you, son of the tailor man now, who dash monkey banana. In the neighborhood, everybody was like, trust people. Nobody want to identify with a beginner.
It's true.
Nobody would want to. So when these rich guys, these people that have the money, they see that this one is promising, this one has this thing, what they would do is they would just hurt their they wouldn't want to show that they love this. They will make you feel like it's nothing. When you bring that content, they will steal it from you. The girl that I started with, that was my coordinator, Kosarachi, started telling me things. Don't work with this girl. This girl is this and that. I started painting the wrong picture of this girl because he knows that me. I was quiet. I don't talk. I was quiet. From a religious set, I was so quiet because that time we were so quiet, we don't talk. If you take our thing, don't worry, go. But when this girl came into the picture, she was arrogant. And that's the kind of person that is needed. So this guy now had to paint the wrong picture, trying to shove her off from the picture. Called me to one bar like that. Called me, said, gave me more to drink. Say, what are you drinking? I said, just water. She gave me more. I drank. Said, okay, Teddy's gave me 25k then. I can remember everything vividly, everything that happened. 25k, say, take it. I should use this money to buy something that will be beneficial for me. Because me, I was like a young boy that doesn't have anything in my. I was like, wow, so we are very soon now. They will start celebrating our creativity. That was my mind. But I never want to sell my album. I have already had that in my mind. I never want to sell it. He told me then, sell this album 100,000. I said, no. It was hard for him to say it, but when he said it, I said, no, that's a no-go area. He asked me, what am I going to give to him after all this labor, getting me a marketer that helped me? I said, okay, after this, in this said album, because I'm smart too, in this said album, this particular album, take 30%. Anything that comes up, you are going to take 30%. When you take your 30%, you can go. If I need your assistant tomorrow, maybe to direct the music for me, I can call you up. We're not team, because you don't know how we all started.
So the 25k he gave you now is for what?
I never knew it's part of the money that they are going to pay me.
But that's the first money. Like, what brought about him giving you 25,000?
We didn't discuss any money. I was thinking maybe, that is kind of what this Roger now, the normal, they just stipend, the stipends they need to maybe just take it the whole body now, and we'll see marketer.
But where you
He's
guys
a big guy.
like where you guys met, what was the discussion like?
What prompted the discussion was he wanted to brainwash me to sell the album.
That's where he gave you the 25k.
Yes, he wanted to brainwash me, seeing that this lady is not here. Gave me 25k. Guy, if his camera, if this. So what came to my thought then was to buy a camera, small camera. That camera that when you on it, the lens pops up. Yes, that was what I never knew that was what he was planning. That already they have had an agreement. I never knew all those things.
Okay, the money he gave you was like the money for your album.
Yes. Me, I never knew. I was a little boy. How old was I? 19, 20 years. Like you now in the music business, maybe when you get to the music business, maybe in the market to sell CD, you may not know your whereabouts. So somebody that knows the thing more than you can take advantage of your ignorance. So that's what he did. I never knew it. I've not been in the business before. It was one that was sorting for market. I was still very little, so I don't have the F13 to go to the market. I want to hear those names in the market, those Fasin, the big names now. How can me, the little, check the video, see me now, check 2010, check now, you will see me. So what he did was to paint a wrong picture of this lady so that she will not be there when he was brainwashing me. Then secondly, as a novice, I fell for him. But I told him I'm not selling my album. I left. Was happening,
and there was nothing you guys signed.
No consignment. The first day we wanted to go for the location came up. One of the it was raining season like now, so when rain came, the location driver wouldn't come, so we were like disappointed. All the kids will gather in my house. After all said and done, they will retire back to their home. Now about 15 children. So later he was from kitchen to parlor, from parlor to there, from this to balcony, messing up everywhere. But that is, we know I know said. After everything, their parents will be calling, bring these children now. They will go. Second day they will go. No more. The third day I was like, nah, God, nah, waiting. I was feeling like, are we going to do this or not? beforehand, I've gone to one of my uncles that got back from Holland. I showed him the song. Look at the song. He listened to it. It was powerful. You see, before I gave it to the marketer, already have gone for help. There was no help. I said to him, sir, this song is, I need help. He couldn't give me help. He said, one of the things they used to say is, if he's in abroad, if he's in, all this giving young people high hopes. So I got disappointed, collected my CD, went back home. I dropped it. That was when this guy came into the picture. Now, what if I had help then? These things wouldn't have been happening. Later, when the vehicle came for we to go to the location, it was around 10 in the night. The parents have called, the kids, their parents, all of them. Hey, Dunamis, have fun. Where is this? I have to turn my phone off, safe. Their parents will come, they were like, have these people gone? What are they doing? My house became a litter ground for children. Everybody was like, all the children in the neighborhood, these kids, what are they even doing? They say they are reading rehearsal, this and that and that. Now, wow. You know what? People may be talking, I don't send, because I know I'm a man on a mission. So, when the vehicle letter came late in the night, I thanked God. All of them were rushing down because we were living in the 5th floor. The 5th floor. Giddy, 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 giddy. All of them rushed downstairs. And it was all these minibus, long minibus. All of them entered. The costumier, the camera guys, the PA, all the full crew entered. Vroom, to Asaba. Zenith Hotel Asaba. I remember everything now. I never knew this guy already had, because there was time he was asking me about my distance. He asked me, I never knew he was doing intelligence to ask me of my data so that we never agreed on anything. I kid not, I lie not. We never had anything. So I was this joy of let's go and showcase. It's now that God has brought the Savior. So when we were going there, we were singing in the vehicle. We were just, jubilating in the vehicle. The kids, I was watching them. I was laughing. Guy, this vision, this dream is coming to actualization. When we got to the location, we met actors in that location. Zenith Hotel, Asaba. All these, Mr. Budem, all of them, Van Vika, we saw most of them in there. And they were like, wow, the experience was top notch. The kids were like, wow, they were happy. They snapped with Mr. Budem, we interacted, so we retired back around 11-12 in the night in the hotel room. When we got checked in, it was late. So we retired. The guests were in the guest lodge with my coordinator Kosara, me and with the boys in my just one big room like that. Then with my brother. Then the director was in his room. The PAs and other crew workers were in their room. So all the expenses was being done by a marketer. Me, I never see the marketer. Me, I've not seen him. He was just doing the thing on my behalf. But I told him I want to see this one because I don't even know the marketer. Even if I see the marketer now, I wouldn't even know him. He told me back then, he said, do you know the song? Ogechi, Kama. I said, yes, that is the marketer that marketed it. He's one that I said, wow, he's a big fish in the industry. And this, what's this song again? Nothing mega, so these two songs that he showed me, I was like, this one is good to go. He can make it the songs. That's why I opted for him. So when we got to the location that night, in the middle of the night, I was sleeping. It was around 2-3. I was grossed. I was deep in sleep. I called my phone. I picked it. I was like, hello. I said, please, I should come to his room. I called my brother. Please come. Let's go to his room. He's calling me. I'm afraid I don't know anything here. He said, okay, let's go. We went down to his hotel room. He called my younger brother. He said, come, take this shoe. Gave him his shoe. Please go to your room. Go. Wash it. Clean it very well. Keep it there. In the morning, return it. Do you see the system? My brother left. He now started telling me, this song go hit too. Because I told you about psychology. He was trying to psych me. This one, the market, I love this song. And he was trying to brainwash me. Trust Ghana, if he enters here, they will leave your office for you. People will leave this office and follow him. He saw the future. He tried to, but he doesn't know how to write the songs. He cannot coordinate. He doesn't know anything about it. So that was what he wanted to do was to keep me by the corner, make merchandise of my intellectual property, my skills, and be using me and be giving me peanuts. But I knew that was what will happen. So I said, no, it's my work. When he gave me that money, he gave me 75K
That night.
After brainwashing me.
Okay, he called you. What happened in the hotel?
He called me, said, take this money, throw the money at me. Say, Candy, I can't 75K. Said, look, bro, but all I knew, I saw was, I wouldn't say that he used jazz. I wouldn't say that he used anything on me. But all I know is that I was following an instructions that I'm not meant to. Sign here. 3 documents, I signed, carried, leave. I can't just tell. It was in the morning, I woke up, I was like, called my brother. Look at this thing. Everybody shouted. My colleague, Kosara, was like, Jesus, what? You didn't call me. I said, I don't. What happened? Everybody, where's the document? I said, I didn't. Did you read it? No. Where did you say? He said, she said, I was like, how I come forehand.
And wait, you people already shot the video.
We have not shot the video.
And you signed the agreement.
Yes.
Night. Then the following day, what happened?
It was the following morning was the shooting day.
And you guys still went ahead to shoot the video.
What will I do?
What if you decline shooting
How?
the video?
Now, that's why I told you to just wear my shoe, be in my position then. You had no help anywhere. He said the marketer is coming in the morning. There's no other hope anywhere. If you're in a situation where you don't have any option to go forward or back, you are stuck. You have signed and you didn't shoot. You are at loss. You shot. You're at loss.
Okay, what the contract is about is not even the video, but the song.
The album entirely that I've signed off.
Ah.
So that I'm going to. It was after the video shoot that they brought the thing back to me to see. I didn't know where the marketer signed.
Give you a copy.
It wasn't. It's just like you were sleeping. I just wake up. Nah, sign. Take this and go. I woke up in the morning. You woke up in the morning. You were like, what did you do in the night? What did you do in the night? Is there anywhere they signed something like that? You saw a novice that never knew his left and right. You took advantage. Even if I knew my left and right, and you carefully plot that, because even the Bible says, woe unto him that will make one of these children fall into temptation. You know, you plotted everything. If we go anywhere to start tabling these things, he may win, because they will judge it in the way that will favor him, because he may win. But me, I have this conscience. You know what is right. You did it. My brother came. Why did you do this thing? You stole this intellectual property of this young man. Why? You carefully pushed him off the scene, stood on his behalf, collected everything. Peanut. You had an agreement with him. I told him that 3%. He collected everything. I never knew the kind of contract he signed with the marketer, as in personal deal with the marketer. I was crying in the hotel room. I was shouting. They would say, you have done it, Omo, go shoot. I piped Lou. I say, okay, later I want to meet the marketer. In the morning we were in the location. I was not at peace. I was angry. They were shooting all that happened. They were shooting. I was crying. I was not happy. I was a little boy. I didn't know my left and right. When I said this, and people were like, how old were you? If you trace back then, you know that most of my age mates then were novice. I cannot count how many of people in my age bracket then that are in the system what I'm doing back then, because I don't mingle with my age mates. Most of them, I say, they stay smoking and drinking and womanizing and doing all that. But me, I'm chasing vision, big dreams. So, but I met what is bigger than me back then. I thought I was with the right person. When I met the marketer in the location, I was like, he said, look at the guy. The marketer looked at me. The way he looked at me, I noticed there was something. I felt bad. It hurts. As I'm talking to you, these things. So when we finished the shooting, we got to him. I got to the guy. He's selling, machine too. I got to his shop with my elder brother. Called him. What did you do? Why did you do this? You brainwashed this guy. You stole his things. You duped him. He said, I didn't do anything. He swore. My brother told him, if swearing kills people, you will drop dead now. I was like, how can somebody carefully lie? As in, lie like this. You didn't do anything. Me. So why will you go and sign in the contract too that you are my shorty? You signed even my shorty too. Look at the agreement here now. I'm with it here. See. Yes, now look at it here. Look at it. Me, I don't even know what is agreement back then now. I don't even know what is this. I don't even know what it was. You just brought the last page of this thing. Sign here, collect the thing, left. It was later that a lawyer was interpreting it in perpetuity, forever and ever. I was like, in perpetuity means, yes. Meaning I can't, in this said album, I can't do anything in the market with that album. Look at what somebody fashioned on his own against a little boy growing up. And tomorrow you will be happy. And today you are happy that person is languishing somewhere. The thing broke my spirit back then. The music was selling, I was nothing. I went to the market and said, please, I'm dying. There's nothing for me. Say he doesn't know me. It's this guy he knows. I was crying. Songs was everywhere, trending, raining everywhere. Every music shut down. It was Zaminamina everywhere. And one of the things that pains me most was the interview I did. They removed it. They don't want anybody to spot me. The brain behind this work. If they spot this guy, because the concept we are giving out is the originality of the song is me. So they cannot give out that particular. I don't have time to come and start, because I don't know how God did it for me. You understand? But it's easier for me. When I see those kids, as we are talking, songs is coming. What you are going to sing is popping in my head. This one. So I said, come, let's do something like this. So they don't have it. Now you that have it, they hid my credit, everything about my credits. No song written by me. No interview, they removed it. I went to, what is this? Okay, you've eaten. What about my credits? In the CD. Look at the CD here. Look at it. Written. Kana Yume. Directed by Kana Yume. Marketed by.
No longer. Wait, let me see. Okay, they ought to have also.
Yes, all the musics in the market, written by, composed by, but it was not there as the credit. If you get to the CD after the music cast, all the cast, the crew distance, the crew after the whole distance, or maybe in the opening of the music, the epilogue in the beginning credits, you will see the credits of the producer, produced by. They don't want it. Written by, they don't want it. Just Kana you made directed phone number. Who did it? No. Now he imposes as me. So when the music dropped and was selling all over, he was getting every dividend, every benefit, everything. The guy bought car that Christmas. People were celebrating him. He called, but they were like rejoicing and celebrating, and people were mocking me. No more. I felt bad. They were like mocking me, like I felt bad. I cried. I saw my song. I told my kids back then, go down. I know we've gone a long way. They know the story. All these kids, they know the story. They had it. They know it. They know that this guy duped brother. They knew it. He will impose us. He is the Lord of the Ring. These New Zion kids you saw in that jacket, the new there.
Yeah.
That turned the jacket there.
Yeah.
The new was not there before. It was written Zion Keys under that Zaminamina. Look at that jacket. You see Zaminamina on that. Turn the front. See Zaminamina there. Okay. There was nothing of such then. It was when the battle was intense. The original CD. Ask. People knew it. There were people that bought when it was trending 2011, 2012. It was Zion Keys.
This song really trended that time.
All over. Now me do in the streets of Onisha here. I have to go inside hidden. Nobody knew it's me. I never go to school. I never went to school again. The vision to go to school was thwarted. Struggled.
Okay, your plan. Wait, let me get. Your plan was that
set up something that will be earning, and I'll be in school doing my thing. When I get back during holiday, I gather them again. We do things, and they will be settled to we doing between things together. I told their parents, I see a future. What's the future? I'm there at the center, and they are with me, and we are running the thing. And they say, "Well, this is a beautiful future," and all of them welcomed it. And as we were going in the process of time, when this guy came into the picture and struck, that was not enough. As if that was not enough. So I was like, okay, since you take everything, we have our name, we have our brand. Our name is our brand. That's Zion Kids. Okay, let's go for the volume 2. I just kept quiet. I was planning for myself. He got back again. The marketer now have to, he works with hand in hand with marketer. He sells some stuff for the marketer. He markets some stuff for him. So it was later I discovered all this and said, cool, so they are co-partners. He now called him back and said, can you convince this guy? There was a track called Forever. Forever and never you reign, King of Kings. That particular track, it was like all this hip hop kind of dance, this calypso dance. So he said that he came back and told me, please, that the marketer said, not bringing me to the market now, because when I see them, I'm afraid of them. When I'm talking this, it's like bringing a little kid in primary school, he confronting you. Are you getting? There's this feeling he'll be feeling. You'll be tolling him around anything you want to. So that was what I was at their mercy back then, because I was nobody. My father couldn't help. My mother couldn't help. Nobody, no help anywhere. And nobody wanted to identify with anybody coming up.
Now, even when that song took off and it started trending all over,
they couldn't say to me. I went to them again. I went to the market. Please, now help my ministry, help my career. This,
but nobody around you, maybe like your parents or mentor, nobody knew about all this.
It was trendy. Who will help? My father is. I told you my background. There was no help. My father couldn't fight. We couldn't. No money. I went to a lawyer back then. He said, "No money, no justice for you." You do understand the kind of setting we are in. Even if I have the money, I will do everything and finish. I will even sell my father's land, save, because I will not fight them. They have the money in the market. And secondly, what they will do is to chase you off the market. Chase you off the market. Any song you brings to the market, they will ban it. They are good at that.
But right now, is this song still in the market?
The CD is almost, it has fizzled out in my front market. So I don't even. The thing killed my joy in this work. This whole thing killed my joy. So I don't go to
audio stuff, like away from the CD.
Yeah.
There's like the audio version.
Yes.
Just online. Like
Yes. You can go. Yeah.
Okay, but it's not in any of those platforms. It's just CD based. I mean, this work now.
If you go, I'm planning to upload all of my kiddies song on my online store.
Zaminamina stuff now.
All of them, they are my work.
Is it? No, I'm trying to say, do you have like away from this CD track, this one now, CD?
The audio.
Like, yes, the audio version that somebody can go to boom play.
Okay, yeah. Like I open a music store where I'm gonna upload all my works, all of them now. Audio,
Those
audio.
platforms now. If people are playing it, who takes the credit? Is it still?
No, not me.
Okay.
What they did was the video.
Okay, just the video.
Now the video they did.
Okay.
Now me get the audio. They no pay me for the audio.
Okay.
Yes. Now me get the audio. We always sign is individual. Check the contract. He did the visual, I did the audio. So you can. That is what is in the agreement.
So now the video has faded. They have lost everything now.
I don't even know where they are now.
Okay.
So all I know is that
because this song really sold out. Like I know about the Zaminamina stuff.
It really the pictures there you are watching. Nami snap up. All the pictures, the things, they took all the credits. I was one that used my camera and snapped all the things.
Did you appear at all in the video?
That was the interview now. I was behind the scene. Okay. Guiding them. When the camera is on, I'll be behind the scene, behind the camera, directing them, do this. If you see rehearsals, my rehearsal is a tough one. You must be perfect. You must bring out your best. You can't come and do something shabby for me and go, no, I don't like shabby things. My kids, everybody, when we go for programs now, I just they laugh. They'll finish you, they come to your seat now, drag you up now. They kind of trend drilling. So when we are on set, I'll be behind the camera. I'll be telling them, when I will go to them. Director will be doing his own things with the camera guys, but I'll get close to them. Please watch me behind. Do this. So when it's your turn, I know when it's your turn to sing. I'll just yo, do it this way. No, watch the camera. I'll be there, guarding. See those things now. These kids forgot all this. Even before we shot, we have to do rehearsals for we paid choreographers to come and choreograph them. What about the food we ate in the studios? Where we are there? And somebody will just fashion evil The heart of man is desperately evil. When the album sold, when he came back for that forever, and he was telling me, I felt they want to come and settle for. I said, okay, let's see what happens. He said, sorry, marketer said that this song would have been selling. I never knew the thing don't circulate everywhere. That can I just touch that album, that track, forever? Can I just stretch it more? It's too short. They needed something, a remix of it. And they thought of maybe they want to come and settle. Let's settle. So okay, let's go to their own studio, the studio they have access to, not my studio, not the studio I work with. I think it was Mobile Studio. So when we got there, I told the kids. The kids are now acquainted with me that anything I tell them to, they know what to do. Then my key singer, Ogechi, and some other ones that are good, I brought 2 or 3 of them. We went to the studio. We did it.
According to the contract, right?
Yes.
You are still the owner of the audio.
Yeah.
And they own just this video.
The video.
Okay, what if now, for example, I want to get out this music stuff for, and then you decide to still take that audio to go and shoot a separate video now, like a different new video. Is it still theirs or yours?
It's not theirs.
Okay, it's now still your own.
It's not theirs.
So what they just took advantage of is, as at that time,
even if I don't want to carry this song, and I can re-sing it, I can redo the song and I may create them now. You know how these things works. I can still go to the studio, redo from the beginning to the end everything, put it on my online space. I can already. I had the one that we couldn't release was still in the studio now because of money. We couldn't get it out. The last volume, me and this case did the volume 4. I did the remix. If you see song, but why did we couldn't? Because there was no money again. I begged the producer, please help me. No. I just have to abandon it. Go my way, leave it for God. It's still in the studio up to date. If you see some, I had to remix this work. So, but I still have the reason to upload it on my online space. Take the thing. If I drag, I'm not trying to drag anybody to court or anything. You understand? Because I know it's not a palatable thing for me to dragging people to court or somebody. Let me fight these people. No, let them go. I know time with them. I'm not cursing anybody. But when I sit, I cry. This morning I was crying. I was watching these songs. I was crying. It's like, guy, where did I go wrong? Is it in getting these kids? Because I never told you how it all happened. Because when that album finished, maybe it started going down from the market, we want to do the volume 2. When I discovered that they used me to do the remix, and they couldn't pay me, they couldn't settle the other one. I started writing the next song. I wrote the next song, called all of them. Then we were still together. We got to the studio. When this guy discovered I was writing it, we were in the studio. He begged, he came to the studio. Even when we were in the studio recording, he came back, let him be part of us. I said, no, go your way. Now you people have duped us. You have used everything. Wow, leave us now, leave us alone. He saw that he will finish us. Now we're going to see. If he's not part of this, we're going to see. We told him, we thought. Most times we take things for a joke. So I take, after all, what you have done your worst. You understand? I never knew he has other motives. Since he has seen known the parents of these kids, lives in the neighborhood, he can strike. They will believe in so much. He now went in, started plotting his own. When we dropped this album with another marketer, because I didn't go with them, I didn't give it to him to direct. I didn't give it to the marketer to market the song. That Gosa Music, the one that did all those things, pure heart of God. I didn't give it to them to market. They formed a synergy with the man. They went behind, started going to these kids' house one after the other, convincing them with peanuts. I don't know how much they paid them, that they will make them stars. They should leave me. I never knew these things. Or give it to another marketer to market. I never knew all those things. My father had to go and borrow money, sell my aunt's shop so that he could procure money for the video shoot.
At that time, your dad already began to understand.
Yes, he started seeing the picture. That was when he called me Dunamis. Now he believes in me. What if that energy he used. That he had it. Like me, I said to my wife, if this my son is 3 years, from 3 years, I will look at him. Whenever you're playing music, he's doing this. My wife said, this guy is a music person. I said, like father, like son. Said immediately he's 3 years, we enroll him into a music destiny, maybe keyboard destiny. So when I did my father borrowed and we did the volume 2, they were angry. Threats started coming in, messages started coming in. One of the parents called me, said, nah, this guy came to my house too. He came to my house. I was like curious. What happened? He said, we should leave you and follow him. So after we finished that album volume 2, we gave to the marketer. He brought 1 million. That was when my elder brother came out. When I was telling him, please come be my guide. So when he sees that there's something, came in. The money dropped in his account, not mine. I was very little now, so I was looking for a guide. He was in his account as my shorty. So he came in. I told him, we're going to settle this case very well.
Sorry, who brought the 1 million?
Another marketer. In that money, we have to bring out the money for shooting, everything, logistics, the studio work, everything, the feeding, all those things now. The money don't finish now. So, but what we wanted to do, let's just keep trending first. Let the thing keep pushing. We shot the video with 500K. Back then, now 500K should be an equivalent of almost 5 to 10 million naira now. Then, because if you hear that they shot this student music for 500,000 or 700,000, they'll be like, wow, it's a serious, yeah. So we shot it, and it's not the guy that directed it. He was angry. Then we gave it to another marketer. The marketer was angry that we supposed to be the one that to market it. So when I dropped that album, settled them, give all the kids, each one of them, one bag of rice. Then, now check about 16 kids, 1 bag of rice. If you are 3, some of them are 3 in the family. So that period, it was, all the environment was like, wow, when they are coming, these ones that are 3, they will come with vehicle or barrel. They come to the house, they carry 1 bag of rice each, 1 bag of, one carton of tomatoes each, 1 gallon of groundnut oil each. One person with cash, all of them spent money so that they will be happy with the previous and now. We are not even talking about us. We are trying to, if they are happy, then we'll start pushing the next one. So that was this thing. So after that thing happened, after we settled and finished, we're now relaxing to plan next step to follow. I was still planning next step to. When I had that, I was like rehearsing. After doing all the spending all those things, after doing all the, after the sacrifices, they now have to start looking for kids that look like these ones that I showed you. People that have this similar to the facial look. They start looking for. Since they couldn't get all of them, I made calls, called all the parents. We gathered at one place, Ogechi's house. Their father was there. I told them, you people saw what happened in the volume 1. Was it hidden? No. This is volume 2. Have I earned anything? Have I started eating from anything? No. I didn't buy land. I didn't go to school. I was trying to meet up so that we will hit, so that I will now plan myself very well. I have to pay house bill. Family is on me. Everything on me, on my neck. So check, when one source is from one person. My father barely provides now. Sorry, he's late now. Barely provides. When we had the meeting, and after the meeting, we agreed not to disappoint. That's what they agreed. So if God would come now, he would judge them on that agreement. Oral agreement. You know, people say like, he didn't write it down. But all of the parents gathered. My patroness gathered. One of the parents is a patroness. She's an actress. Mommy Veronica Oba. She's an actress, Nollywood actress. Her kid was in the team. So she gathered all of them with her power. She told them, don't do this, don't jeopardize this. Forget this guy. He's in the industry, yes, but he's not straightforward. He will land these kids where they will not like in the future. And they said, okay. One of the parents, that one that told Gechi, the father said, if it's music that will give this guy fortune or anything in the future, let's see. I never knew that they have been doing something behind. What I don't pass under the bridge. It's just like me opening a dead wound. So when I was about to plan myself, what I saw was BIM on the television, adverts of their latest album, The New Zion Keys Volume 2. This is it. The New Zion Keys. This. Volume 2. So if you look closely to this, these kids look exactly like mine.
Okay, it's not the same with the people.
Not the same. The same marketer. Immediately I did the thing with the other marketer. He went and did it. Just look closely. You will hardly notice. It's a mind game.
I get the game. Okay, they went and picked
kids that look like they picked the main singer that they knew,
okay, they don't
and the
even have
dancer.
access to all those kids.
They don't. If you agree. So these ones now agree. But I was like, why will you agree? They forgot how somebody carried them, nurtured them. You don't even sing. You don't even know your whereabouts. No. So now these ones now, that one I showed you now, this album now that I showed you now, they have to collect the track. That track I told you that they brought me to remix. They now went to the studio, carried the song, shot the video. Dunamis in the video. If you any kid that have watched that video, the New Zion Keys Volume 2, would see that place. The guy, one white guy came out and said, Dunamis, hello, welcome on stage, Zion Keys, Dunamis, do you know them? So trying to impersonate everything we are doing with our few of our faces. Do you know them? So they now re-sang the song that we did in the studio. They shot the video.
How did they get us?
Because it was in the. Remember I told you, they have to call me. I thought we are still working together. They called me up to the studio. I carried some of my kids to the studio where they recorded. The studio they have access to. So they paid him everything. So I was waiting for my this thing. Let us settle and everything so that we can do. So because I cannot release my kids, they have to look for kids that look like them. So when I dropped that Volume 2, they shot this, dropped it to counter it immediately. And these ones agreed. These ones that sang it with me on the studio agreed. Their parents agreed, collected money. Me, young boy like me, that was doing things with them, thinking that we are building a future. And they did it. If you let me show you something in the CD. Now, look at this CD. Look at this CD. Now, when this one was in the market, countering my Volume 2. Because the Volume 2, we did a song for Rocha Sokorocha. I was in the Volume 2 there. That was where I now showed up, so that people see the face. They discovered that, and it was written boldly, written and produced by Mr. Dunamis. So, because they knew that if people identify with me, or maybe His Excellency saw this music all over, or maybe people that can connect easily with me. So what they did immediately, it didn't take space. We are dropping. They did this, the New Zion Keys, Volume 2. Then they went back to the guy that did this jacket. Told him, now look at this jacket. It's written Zion Keys Dunamis before. Now the jacket, the guy that designed Dabu print, they told him, write it the new Zion Keys. Since we are in the custody of this, write it the new Zion Keys. Remove that Dunamis. He is the one. Write it Zaminamina Volume 1. Mind game. So anybody that comes, where is that Zion Keys Volume 1? They give him this, they write it. It's no longer saying it's the new Zion Keys. Where is Volume 2? See it, the new Zion Keys Volume 2. They dropped it, kicked off the one I dropped in the market. The market that couldn't pay me my balance till date. Now look at this one. This is it, the jacket, but this is the original. Do you see Zion Keys Dunamis? It can never be undone from the production company. All this Chronotech and Transav where they produce the CD. So before you go to redo this, it's a long protocol. So this one cannot be undone. So they now so before you start looking at, it's someone that is smart that will come get the CD, say, but why is this Zion Keys and why is this Dunamis? And why is this before we used to buy Zion Keys Dunamis, now the new Zion Keys Dunamis. It's complicating. People called back then to know what really happened. It's an untold story of me 15 years back. So now I'm explaining it. You are getting a picture. Now bring yourself in my shoe. What was I eating back then? How was I coping? The trauma. I felt bad. I felt rejected. I felt humiliated. I felt, they were saying I was crying. My mother called me, said, don't worry, you'll be fine. I was like, when will it be fine? How am I going to cope with all those things? They were trending. And the guy was making, look at these CDs. The guy now started having connections. They have to do with another kids, Peculiar Kids featuring Zion Kids. They started making money with all of them. Divine Kids featuring Zion Kids. Featuring now that brand alone, Zion Kids, you are now using it to make money. That directed by Kana even. So what that's supposed to come to the producer, which is me, the songwriter, is getting to you, because you carefully removed everything about me, so that you be in my place. He doesn't write songs, and those songs they are doing is somebody that sings it. I kid you not, somebody that sings it. Unless so Gage that I've already pushed a trend and pushed and put her through how to sing. She's the only one that I can attest that she sings. Every of those productions are done by Ogechi and other adults, not these kids that you are seeing in these jackets. So they're just miming. We know what the game. Most of the songs, I'm the only person that will come and tell you, okay, this one sang this in the studio as a kid. Because we are in the studio, we do it, we know how they do it. They can call an adult and the adult can come and sing it, and they pitch it, give it effect. And it seemed like a kid did it. And that will come and dance. Now, where all those kids that did that song, where are they? They could have been in music now, if they have it. If they really have it, they would have been in the same system. You'll be saying, this one of Divine Kids, this one of this. My name is Amaka of Divine Kids. My name is Ebuka of Nka. It's only Destiny Kids that we can only attest to, or maybe identify that these ones, they do it in the studio. Whether they are doing it better or not, they are the ones that did. This one is the one that is singing it. And that was one of the things I wanted to create in my own time. I spent money, carry all of them, bought a bus, we go to the studio. I don't track with them. When we get to the studio, it's your turn, even if it's one verse, so that it will be original. If you get to my Next Kid on the Block, our children page online, you will see where we're in the studio. A small kid of how many years, one small boy like that, I forced him to do it. He was singing it. You are going to sing it and you're going to record it. That's how we do it.
So these things, what particular effect did this whole thing have on you? Are you still, okay, let me put it this way, are you still like undergoing or suffering from the effect of this that happened like 15 years ago?
If I tell you the effect on me, I started hiding from people. I don't have a friend. After the volume 3, my father died. When my father was sick, there was no money because there was nothing to lay hold on. I struggled too, but we couldn't do anything, because if there's money, take him to a good hospital. At least he will be alive to see that boy is now a man. I love him so much, he's my father. But there was no money. I saw him die. It was like, he died. And I don't have nobody to run to, nobody to beckon on. Radiation everywhere. At a point in my life, I started hiding from my kids. So they will not ask me, brother, when are we doing the next album? And those other ones were laughing at me. One day I was going to one of my kids' house that was sick. A vehicle passed me by, and some kids were laughing and joking and mocking me, and somebody called me. Look at what they are doing to you. I looked at it was these kids or my arch rivals, because we are now trying to rub shoulders. So I was like, has he gotten to this? And they passed me, they were laughing at because I'm working. I got a message one day. They said they will finish me. I checked. When we called the line, make some inquiries. It was the father of that girl that called me. Is it only me that they were singing for? I was like, I was mad. I cried, said, child, me that poured out my heart. I love them. When we are together in house, we were like, we are one big family. We are one big family. We are one child. They will be singing and joking and playing and laughing. That joy alone gives me a future. But when this whole thing, I went so bad. there was no money, even to pay bills, to feed and everything. We were feeding from hand to mouth. I was hiding from people. I was dodging from people. People were mocking me, laughing at me. I was like, God, what is this? When will this be over? At a point one day, there was a big event. They hired an Assemblies of God, organized a big program. I think, was it 2013 or 14 or so? At People's Club, that the mobile will come to preach. So I was mad. I was losing everything. I wasn't even thinking straight again. I was crying. Anyway, I see posters of men of God. I want to go and visit, especially prophet. Those that sees what will become of me. What are we gonna do? I'm hopeless. I don't know what to do again. So when I was crying, I got to the event. I got to the program. All the event everywhere was filled up. I couldn't. I was crying. Mo was preaching on stage. I burst into the crowd. I was crying. I was shouting. I was like a lunatic. I was not myself. What I was shouting was, the ones that put me into this mess are here. They came to collect God's blessings, but they jeopardized someone's future. I couldn't go to school again. I couldn't achieve anything again. No skill. I couldn't go more on my skill. Stuck at a point that my parents had to go down to the village. Then, now me in the city, I couldn't even pay bills again. I was crying. And 5 usher, the mobile was pointing at me, you. If most of the people that were there could recall on this, they were like, was it the guy? I jumped in, I was mad. If depression hold you, you could do. I watched one guy depressed, he went inside the main road, one trailer, he just stayed under. Let's just get this thing off. And the thing crushed him, just out under the tire. The thing was, he just put, my wife was shouted. I said, you don't understand what depression means. That you'll be walking, you're just murmuring to yourself. You're hearing songs all over. It's you that did it, but nothing for you. You see people see a loafer. I was so violent, I was angry. And when they carried me off, I started going on hopeless. Anyway, most times I'll just go one corner, I'll be thinking. Or like, God, which way forward? Where do I go from now? No school, nothing for me again. It was on one day I met a man that was preaching. I was like, man of God, look at my challenge. Can you help me? Is there any hope for me again? Can God still turn around things for me? And this man was like, okay, maybe later. I gave him my CD, my volunteer. My number was there. Now this man, what he did was, weeks later he called me. Say I should come. When I got to his ministry, I thought he wanted to tell me something. And even he wanted to use me shine on stage. Kept me, when people started coming, I asked him, do you have a program? He said yes. I had to stay back. So I was in the band side, was singing alongside with the keyboardist in him. So at a point, he called me up on stage and said, do you know this man? This guy? He's so and so, is the right songwriter of, he's the producer of Zion Kids. It was God that they did this, they have to steal and dupe him, they did it. And people were like, whoa, looking at, because I was not even prepared. I wasn't wearing good shoes, nothing again now. They looked at me in disdain. I was like, Kai, na me be this. He said that God will turn things around. Said that he even sit me down to ask me how come, or to check, to ask some questions. Carry oil on my head, go. After that night, if I tell you, I had to trek that night too with hunger. I ran because so that they will not lock my gate. From there, like 40 minutes to my house with leg. No transport now. There's a point in my life I use my leg to do waka. As psychology when they tell you what we saw, you just pipe low. Most times I will like, I know what God is doing is to prepare us for the future, but the journey is so rigorous. There's a song I wrote, we sang last year. We did our program, my kiddies program I used to do yearly. The Next Kid on the Block is on my Facebook, it's online. Next Kid on the Block. I get kids, gather them. It's now 4 editions now. We're gonna do the 5th edition this year. It's gonna be superb. The first one we did, some actors came in, was like, how did you manage to get this? How did you manage? So I told my wife, I'm gonna storm east. We're gonna network the world from state to state. Say, prepare yourself. prepare yourself. Money will come. I know say money no day now, but just we are gonna be doing it on a low key based on our level. We have gone for sponsorships we couldn't get. There was a song I did for Tiger Foods. I just did it with kids. It's on my Facebook and my YouTube. So we did it, uploaded it, we disturbed them all. They gave us some small cash. Yeah, sir. Wanted to be doing a program for kids, but on radio stations, live. Wanted to bring back that Zaminamina thing. Want to bring it back again. Do a challenge, the Zaminamina challenge. Do a thing, but in the end, what we want to drag them is back to God. We want to catch them young and save the next generation. So when I'm doing my thing, I'm bringing them. My wife is into teenage and children, so modeling them with me. Want to build an empire for children. Want to model them for Christ, for God. So that's my ministry. In as much as I'm singing, forget say they do my song, all the things. But the main focal point is in the future. Let's restore the ancient landmark. Want to build a world, another world for children. The African child, to rebrand the African child. There's this mindset, want to reform, reset. So if I'm given opportunity, help comes, platform comes, financial support comes, there. The first thing I will do, I will not talk it here because if I talk, I boom. So, but I know how to, we know our ways to storm it. So,
This is like a very powerful story, right? Like, very powerful. I really learned a lot. First of all, I think I knew that early in life never to count on anyone.
yes.
Because even Jesus, the Bible recorded and said that, knowing the heart of men, he refused to commit himself to anyone.
Yeah.
There's nobody worthy of trust. And I always tell myself that you are not at the mercy of anyone in life.
Yes.
Yes, that if you not come in contact with this person doesn't mean I won't get to my destination. If the person God sends my way refuses to help, he will raise another person that will help.
Definitely.
The most important thing, I even came to realize that this war of life, like this warfare, this battle of life, is the battle of the mind, right?
It's the battle of the mind.
Yes.
People now, we Africans are taking it. It's a spiritual something, like somebody is doing you from the village. What then did the gospel say? Ye are of God, little children, and have overcome them. For greater is he that is in me, more, do that means, than he that is in the world. Then what was somebody? There's therefore no other listen now given among men. So what else will, if God said that it is finished, and somebody will tell me, nah, God, the thing still the, we are all gods. I just need you. One connection, I'm there. A platform can take me. Hey, what are you doing? I'm into kiddies. Whoa. What's your vision like? And I say, look at my visions. Wow. Piam, all over the. Everyone starts celebrating it. Is that not God doing it? The person becomes a God at that moment.
It doesn't even take God.
It doesn't take God anything.
So much to announce any man. So, but the thing there is that he first takes his time.
Put into process.
Yes, and that
Drill
process
you,
is to give you the mindset to have to receive that. Many people don't have the mindset of the globe.
Yes.
Just like the way you are speaking now.
Yes.
You are seeing what you are living like.
I'm living in the future. Yes, I'm living in the future now. Yeah.
As much as you are not there already. But then from your mindset. And that's actually where the real battle is.
Yes, the mind. Battle of the mind.
If you are able, many people are still scared of the future.
Yes.
They might be doing well today, but their mind, they are not having it big. That's why after a long time, they will start fading away. They will start, you see them, they will start getting down. They will remain at that same spot. But when you meet a man that has the future in view, that has upgraded his mindset, the Bible says, do not conform to the pattern, but be
transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Are you getting? So the major work
need
is
to renew your mind. Yes.
When the mind is currently renewed, is updated, is fed with the right information, right? You will see the moment the transformation starts happening, because the truth is that the future we are waiting for is not outside of us.
Yeah.
The future we are looking for is not outside; it is within.
Yeah.
So what happens is that we metamorphose into that future.
Yes.
We grow into, just like when you get a seed and then you take a seed, the future of that seed, that's the tree you are seeing. It was not outside of that seed. It was inside. So the moment you planted it into the ground, gave it the necessary, feedings and all of that, it is from that inside. What happened when you saw that big mango tree was that the seed metamorphosed into itself. That's the real it. That's the big picture. So, but many people don't even understand it. They feel like their future will come from outside. Somebody will just call them one day and as beautiful as it is, but they are not prepared for it.
They are not prepared, yes.
And because they are not prepared for it, it will never come.
Yes.
Because one thing about life is that
you must have had the picture in mind when this thing comes. What are you going to do?
Thank you. The thing is there and you are thinking about it, consumes you.
Sorry, I'm not cutting you short. Do you know, lately I discovered that what God wanted to do with me is to keep me off the money for the past 15 years. Now put me on a low place. Do you know one of the things God is working on me is Galatians 5, the fruit of the Spirit, endurance, perseverance, this and that. He wanted to test and know if they threw me up, will I go to them and say, okay, now I seen that, will I negotiate with him? And secondly, can I trust this one on this? And all those while he was building content with me, because he will be giving me directions. He gave me a direction on 2013. The next kid on the block. He showed me a picture. The next kid on the block. He brought this guy, AY live, because I used to watch his program back then. He brought that picture. I was sleeping in the village. I went to my cousin's place. I woke up. I called one of my friends. Look at what I saw. I saw me gathering kids. We're doing these things. But I don't understand what it means. We just took it. But something in me was pushing. But I don't have a direction. What if God gave me money then? I may not even know what to do with it. Yeah. Are you getting the picture? So God will work with your maturity level at the point. Exactly. If he gave me 10 million naira, I may not know. If he gave me 100 million naira, I know what to do with it. Yes. Because in the process of time, I have matured age-wise. Then I was 19, 20. What am I going to do with 10 million naira? First thing that comes up, shoe, dress, women. You may say you don't like women or those things, but when money comes, we test your loyalty. You understand? So those, in the process of those time, these things were coming in years. Now, when I did my first children program was 2017. Okay, 2013 division came. 14, 15. 14, they chased me out of my house, but I was still not in division. 15, I was depressed. I was still not in division. 16, no. Until 17, I woke up 2017 January. I said, no, we must do this. I had to start looking for me. Thank God that first one was a success. It's on my YouTube page. It's on my Facebook page. Then later, in the process of time, we did another one. When I got to Mbise, my wife's place, we have to conjure kids, and we did another one there. It was powerful at Mbise. Go back. She said, when I married her, she said, Omo, you not go leave this, Emma to go home. I think guy say, Omo, as you go talk his children. We don't leave that vision. We did it. She was pregnant. Even the day we did that next kid on the block, 2023, Christmas. That day, my babe, she was pregnant. She had a miscarriage. That day. Because she was coming for because me and her, we were running this show together. So I was distracted that day on stage. I was handling the thing. I was distracted. But I said no, the kid is safe. The kid was safe later. She rushed to the hospital. They gave her medication. She later came that same day. Someone that had bleeding from miscarriage because of the vision. So in process of time, God was doing it and bringing people that will match. Yeah. If I had gone with that first lady that I was talking about before, it may not match. I may be talking, maybe when she sees that I'm into this kind of work I'm doing, I'm going, she will like, go. Trust some Igbo girls now. Trust African girls. I'm going. It's not what I vouch for. It's not what I bargained for. But this one was humbly following. Now, I wanted to come the other time. She said, since we went to the church for service, let's all go together. Okay, I follow. Let's keep going. Anyone, she's there.
I think one of the gifts God gave you is the gift of this your wife, right?
You don't know your career. You don't know your talent until you marry. Or you marry your wife. You may be chasing your dream. If you marry wrong, they will chase you out of that. But my wife is, even this morning, she called me. She sent me something about teenagers that she wants to do. Look at. I said, okay, continue what you are doing. In that your school, that school you teach. Do the thing. Don't take it as maybe they are paying me less or this thing. Take it as a passion. That's how I did my own. And God want to test test you to check if you are doing this thing for the money, or are you doing it for the passion to direct people towards Him, or to make people reconcile, because it's the ministry of reconciliation. In everything we are doing, business, everything, if it's not landing in the ministry of reconciliation, aligning men to God, you are doing business. Hello, do you know God? Hello kid, what's up now? Have fun now. Do you know God? If it's not everything directing them to God, it's just mundane. It's mundane thing. So that's the major thing. If God searches the heart and sees that what you are doing, God is not looking for a perfect man. God is not looking for a perfect man. If He looks for a perfect man, He will be angels. So He's looking for men that are willing, that I sought for a man who I sought for a man. He's sorting. When this one says, I am willing, continue coming with your imperfections. And when He sees the genuineness in that person, He will purify that one. When He makes that one stand out in the crowd, He'll be like, it's not this one. Is it not this one? So I enjoyed the process. In as much as I cry, it beat me when I remember those things. I was like, Kai, when will this storm be over? But something in me will say, just wait a little more. No gods, no glory. Just wait a little more. It won't be time. It won't be long. These things they did was just, they helped you get a strong story. I get it. I thought about Bomo. I love the show. I love the drama. Satan, come on, bring it on. I love the show. I love the drama. In as much as I cried, in as much as the millions is not, in as much as we needed help, but I love the drama. Now me get the story. No be the guy get the story. He's the inferior. Devil no get the story. God. If devil had known, sorry, I'm preaching. I'm not preaching, but if the devil had known, he wouldn't have made me pass through this. He would allow my uncle to help me that time. He would allow me to go to school and meet with people and forget this ministry. I would have gone to school. I would not have that passion for kids. It was when I was in the house, depressed, nothing. My brother said, you can do this. Use your skill. I wouldn't have had anything with the Zion case. I would have been in university. Maybe I might read law or one because I'm an art man. I might have read one course, like, because I did JAM. I took JAM then. I took JAM was theater art. I might have been a director, or maybe anything in art or music or anything of such. So, but God never wanted me to enter there, because if I enter there, there's nothing like this again. But God allowed me to pass all through this so that I would be like thinking. A day came, I was crying and crying. God was watching and laughing. So God wanted me to not to go to school that time. I know still. I told my wife I'll still go back to school. Money go back, I'll still go back. This work I'm about to learn, I'll go and finalize it in the university. If not in Nigeria. I told her, see, there's no age that is limited to learning. So everything that God did to me, I say with all gratitude and heart, Lord, I thank you. I am not fighting these guys. I'm not going to call lawyers to fight them. No. I thank God for using you. I thank even the devil for using you too. Thank God for using the devil too. Because if the devil had known, he wouldn't have. If the prince of this world had known, he wouldn't have. So if he knew that this one are they stubborn, then I was like, but me, I they stubborn, I'm arrogant, I'm rugged. I know I don't mind if. Because I want to know if I'm doing so this thing. The devil, like outside, when he throws you this way, he says, okay, let us go. Who born that devil? They never born him. What he did, I thank him for doing it. If he has another one, let him continue doing. When he does it, we'll win him over again. Because we don't get enough capacity for patience and endurance. He knows we will endure. Because we'll not go to devil, to him. Here's the why. My leg don't enter so many places. So if I talk now, I'm like, you talk to me, say, before I used to be quiet until one man, G-Lord, Chimesale said to me, a closed mouth is a closed destiny. I used to be quiet, very quiet. I'll be hungry in the studio then. I'll be very, very hungry. I'll be looking, they are eating. But there's no money to, Oga, a closed mouth is a closed destiny. Go and buy food. Gina, they will call me Gina Beans. I'll laugh. And Dunamis, they turn it Gina Beans, so I'll laugh. So, but Jokingly, he passed the message. So since then, I don't keep quiet. If I have a problem, a challenge, I'll talk it out. How did I marry? If I tell her I married now, you'll be like, no, this thing's never happened. I told my wife we're going to shut down. I told her, my friend told me, I'm seeing you not spending your money. I said, amen. One of my friends, Apostle Joshua, when we were praying, said, I'm seeing you not doing, spending money in your marriage. I didn't buy any drink with my money in my wedding. Traditional marriage. It was one guy that was selling akara in our office, in our waste disposal office. We go over there. I met in a guy. I'm doing my traditional marriage. Mbise, Imo State. I told him, I need 1 crate of malt from you. He gave me 1 crate of malt. That day I was leaving. I had money that I have saved for months that I'm going down there. Nobody went to me. My other brother didn't go with me. They were like, no, everybody avoided me. Nobody wanted to come close to me. I told them, the film God is doing with me, the Nollywood, the Kingdom Wood. The Kingdom Wood he's doing with me will teach so many people lessons. Like on this podcast, after this, so many people that think that God has forgotten them. Or, they want to go and negotiate with them. After listening to this, my wedding, it was one person that, the guy that took us to Mbise, paid for the fuel, carried us free of charge, getting there, got back. After the traditional marriage, there are people were like, this and that, we trained that, this and that. I was calm, I was quiet. If you know one make will marry on a daughter, when I carry go, and after all, I'm the one patronizing you people. So that was what happened. Because I've grown to the knowledge of what God don't want to give me. I don't need to stress myself. What God can do does not exist. So if God says that I'll marry her, I'll marry her. God already planned it. I met her in the vehicle. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir. We started talking. I was a teacher back then. That's how we started. I started inviting her to programs, entrepreneurship programs, all this. I paid for her fare from Unizik to the program. That's how we connected. My brother, see, I think you and this lady has a connection. If you say we are like twins. When I got to our village, they were like, hey, who is this one? We even to date, most of our people don't know what I do for a living. She had to protect me. What is he doing? He's a musician. She will not hide it. Only her mom knows what I do. Every other person, cousins everywhere, don't even know what I'm doing. So even I don't used to go there so that they will not, look down on me. But my story is that even when we finished that tradition, I went to the church to do white wedding. I never want to do reception. It was boldly written, no reception. The man that God laid in my heart to meet, Eze, in my church then, he said to me, let's see what your quota, what you have in stock, how you want to plan it. I said, sir, he's my father in my marriage. He says, sir, there's no money. I just want to do it on a low key, no reception. Since you have done the traditional marriage, everything is done. He said, okay. They know they do that kind of thing. You of all people know we are going to do this, even if it's zobo or soya milk we drink. And I say, sir, there's no money. Even my other brother didn't come my wedding. Even my sister didn't come my wedding. Nobody agreed. When I tell you I don't see shege, so I now said, no brother, nobody, everybody. Waka. It's only God. I was on God. Okay, wear my shoe when your brother just didn't want to follow you. My father is late. My other brother was supposed to follow me. He didn't come out. Because they were like, they'll bring out their money. And I went there. I told my wife, I'm going to conquer your people. Anything I say, I'll give. I went there with God's directions. We were able to conquer them coming to church. I wanted to do a low quitting. On Sunday service, I go to the altar, they give me ring, I walk my way home. Save small money, go honeymoon and come back and start life. That was my plan. I was very smart. My wife said, okay, it's okay. She agreed. Guess of this day, yeah. Guess of this day, they want a glamorous something. See in your pocket too. They go bill you finish. But what did God, having so much mercy for me, I prayed to him and said, God, seeing that I have nobody to help me, how do I do? I prayed over the man that he said I should meet. After meeting him, the man called me, sat me down with the wife. He said, okay, how are you planning about the food? He called the woman cooking food, paid in full. I wanted to prepare semo for my in-laws. Remember, I've prayed. It's not all about 1 week, this thing. God searches the heart. He knows the one that loves him. He knows that heart. I sought for a man. So when I prayed, I said, God, I don't need to kill myself for you to hear me. A father cannot allow his son to kill and use dagger, kill himself before he answers his prayer. So that's the way I see God.
Yeah.
All this prayer we are doing, most of them are gymnastic exercise. When you say to Father, look at what I did, he says, even before you ask, he hears. That's my perspective. My pastor, Pastor Francis Ude Jr., he will tell you, God is, you need to align. This month is a month of alignment. You need to align. There's a thing God wants to do. Forget all these things they are doing everywhere. When you pray, God hears. When you pray, God hears. The man paid for the semo too. The woman called me, says, Dunamis, say hallelujah, say hallelujah. What is happening again? He said, the man paid for rice, pay for meat, pay for the semo. I was like, now so God loved me so. And I've told my family, my wife, God, we are going to shut down. Nobody even believed in me. Even in the church I went to, they were like, who dash monkey banana? Everybody was like, Dunamis, the gate man. Some were like, Dunamis, Gaben and came. A day came, I went to one house back then before now. But then I knocked in the gate. Me and one of my colleagues that used to stay one guy later came to the church to stay with me too. He wants to pray. We were in the church. We went to that one too, so we could eat in the night. We knocked in the gate. The man opened the door video and checked it was me. When this, I felt embarrassed. Have you been embarrassed? You went to eat and the children are discussing you. He came to eat food though. That brother used to call eat food. You know that kind of embarrassment that? Or when you live, he used to come to the house to eat food. You know that kind of thing now. You are being degraded. So that's what. How can you come and marry? They never envisaged it. They never even thought it. God did it. Food free. Nka free. Drink. He paid. Drinks. What is wedding gown? The wife paid the wedding gown. Talking about this woman I called her Everjoy Bread. When she was like, Dunamis, all the condiments for the food taken care of. Well, I'm proud to say that God will give her long life. I pray. That woman, Everjoy, Mommy Everjoy, God will give her long life. Anything, her family, everything. Her last son, gave all the wood they used, the firewood for the cooking. Supplied it. I didn't beg. I've already prayed. The little way I prayed, I said, God, hear me. Seeing that I have nobody. The daughter came. Do not. How about cake? I said, what to do? 3-step cake. 3 steps cake. She took care of it. She said that she prepared the cake. That one spoiled. She did another one. She spent money. So did I spend money? When the word of a man pleases the Lord, he makes even everybody around him. I'm waiting for the time God will say, Dunas. Somebody will go, Dunas, how is it? We want to storm Onisha with kids. And someone will say, okay, taken care of. Where are you going? Los Angeles, taken care of. Hey, can you come over to taken care of? That is the realm we want to. So the one who pass the message will be stresslessly doing that thing. All this distraction is because we are not in alignment. I know. I told my wife, God, please help me. Let me leave this work. Yesterday, I broke down working. I was at the vehicle on top. I was bending down, picking those small trash. Now we sell it. That's where we earn money, small money. Not beyond the money they pay us in the office. It's just that small money. Snacks, more can, coke, all these things. We sell it. So bending down and coming up, bending down, and from Monday to weekend and early in the morning. I leave house by 5 a.m. 4 a.m. 3 a.m. I'm up. 3-4. People are sit at home. They are sitting at home. They're enjoying. As early as 4, I'm up. Wake up. My wife prepares some meal and I eat, pia, and dress up. She put small for me in the food flask. I put in my bag, carry it, off, and I get to office. Now that morning we'll do what's called excavation. Excavation. When you enter the vehicle, that's tipper now. You use your shovel. So those waste people threw in the vehicle and over the night or the day. Now you have to excavate it. Excavating. You have to dig it off to get those treasures, those small things. At times we get small phone, spoil food, small. We call it abakara in our local language. So we sell it to make money. So bending down and doing all those things gets to the waste here. Because you must do it. If you don't do it, there's nothing for you. If you come to work and you are sent to a dump on tear you go carry go home, because dump, nothing you get there and dump. Let's say all these dumps, maybe get to this street, there's a dump, big dump there, people will clear it. There's nothing, you will not get anything. It's when you are bringing bear and they are bringing it, you are getting those small things. Because if they pack it in bag and drop it in a particular dump, those people that goes about this, they will just collect everything, pour it, and you will be left with nothing. So, but the bending and coming up gets to the waist. Yesterday I got broke. Second trip was like, guy, I couldn't bend again. Everything hooked me. I was like, guy, I felt bad. Me, God. I couldn't. I went somewhere, lay down, this way. I just shook my head, said, "Kai, God, when?" I said, "Okay." I said, "Holy Spirit, help me. God, help me." I laid hand there. I prayed, and I removed my thought from there. I started receiving ease. I know it's stress. It's not spiritual attack. If it's somebody religious, it's spiritual attack. So after that work, I went back home. After managing to do that work that yesterday, I went home. I called my wife and said, "Kai, if you see what happened today, she said, I'm more stressed, much you." So God will help us one day so that we focus on the ministry, on the thing that God called us to. That me and you, we are ministry people. We are ministry people. We are. See, she read microbiology. I said, everything you read, okay, you go forfeit them. The ministry first. Then when you are doing the ministry, you can be balancing it in it. Yeah. So I do that. That one day the light will shine. It doesn't matter. So
this is a whole lot. Thank you for saying all of this. I believe that the persons listening to this will really take a lot out from everything being said. I know that there is still more, but then we'll take it bit by bit, right?
Oh, yeah.
So thank you.
All right.
To the viewers out there, I believe that you were greatly blessed and inspired, and I know that there are still a lot of questions and a lot of things in your heart you would want to see. Feel free to put it down in the comment section, okay? And don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and hit the notification bell. This is a platform where we don't just share stories, right? If you listen to this conversation, you realize that this is not just a story. There is a whole lot that comes with it, and that's why we are very much careful about the things we put out here on this platform. So if you are blessed, please kindly share this particular video. Please keep sharing it. I just know that a lot of people really needs to see this and listen to this true life experience, right? And don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel once again, and then hit the notification bell. We'll see you in our next episode.